And you need to make up your mind that that moment may be a turning point. And usually it is a turning point for you. It can turn you from a life of just struggling to I'm going to succeed and be all.
Yes.
Because you can get so tired.
Yes.
Are you there?
Amen.
That I'm tired of being with them.
Right.
When people lose weight, they don't lose weight because they want to lose weight. They lose weight because they get tired. They get tired of not having clothes put on.
Get out of breath.
They get tired because they can't bend over.
Amen.
They get tired because their knees get weak. I'm telling you something I know. Amen. They get tired. They look in the mirror and they don't like who they see. They get tired.
Yes. Yes.
And you can preach to them all day until they get tired.
That's right.
Now let them get short breath one time. And
Woo! Yes.
I mean, get to the point that they can't breathe. Now when they dance, you think they fell out of the power. They're trying to get some rest. They're trying to get some sleep.
You're telling the truth, Pastor Matthew. Oh, God, you're telling the truth.
But when they begin to lose their breath, and they think they're having a heart attack,
oh my gosh,
it will turn their life trajectory.
Yes, amen.
In verse 3, pivotal moment. He says, every place that the sole of your foot shall tread upon, that have I given unto you, as I said unto Moses. Are you there? I'm going to tell you what God said to me. He said, walk out what I told you.
Walk it out.
Walk it out. Don't talk it out. Only, but walk it out. Amen. You walk it out. Walk out everything I said. Walk out, get your finances together. Walk out, get you a house. Walk out your healing. Come on now, walk out your mind. You got to walk it out. You just can't get up and say, well, you know, the Lord said so. I said, yeah, the Lord did say it. But what you going to do? What you going to do? And what God is saying, it's time for us to walk this thing. Come on now, walk this thing. We walk by faith and not by sight. Are you with me? Because he said everywhere the soles of your feet. So what he's saying is, we're looking at that scripture, and it's okay. We say every place that the sole of your feet shall tread upon, that I have given to you, as I said unto Moses. But he can't give you what you ain't walked to.
Goodness, that's good. Amen.
Amen. He can't give you something you're not going after.
Amen. Amen.
You don't just win because you're in it. You win because you play the game.
Amen. That's good.
All right, you hear me today? And we like to tell our kids, you know, well, everybody that played the game, you're all winners. You're lying.
Amen.
They need to know that they lost. And they lose more than they might turn their situation to the point that they want to win. You might need to, you miss enough baskets. You might need to go get some help.
Tell the truth. Yes.
In verse 5, he says, there shall not be any man being able to stand before thee all the days of thy life. As I was with Moses, so I will be with thee. I will not fail thee nor forsake thee.
Yes.
God says, go for it.
Amen.
I'm with you.
Yes.
I'm with you. You knew I was with Moses. You knew I was with your leader. But I'm coming to tell you, Moses is dead. Now you're the leader. Now you're trusting me. Now you're hearing me. And I'm saying These pivotal moments was therefore important for you to do something different.
Yes.
Who would have thought my falling and being embarrassed and not being able to walk would cause all of this to come into play?
Amen.
Are you with me?
Amen.
To have to put a chair up here so I could sit down sometime to minister. Because I'm going to tell you what God was wanting to highlight. He said, it ain't all your jumping around.
Come
And
on
it ain't all your screaming.
Uh-huh.
But it's my word
Your word.
that flows out of your mouth
Uh-huh.
that I anoint.
That's right, Jesus.
And he said, and I don't scream.
Amen.
Sure. Come on.
Are you with me today? He said, I don't scream.
Amen.
He said, I want you to elevate.
Amen.
You can't elevate people if they can't hear you.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen, Lord.
If they can't understand you.
Amen.
Right.
Are y'all with me today?
Uh-huh.
They need to hear you.
That's right.
They need to understand you.
Uh-huh.
Wisdom is the principal thing in all you're getting. Get understanding. Because what they don't understand won't produce fruit.
Amen.
I want you to understand today that there were some moments in your life that you were supposed to turn, you didn't turn.
Amen.
And I want you to start looking at the signs. And the next time a moment come up and you see it, something happen, praise God, you need to say, God, what do I supposed to do? What can I do with this? What am I doing with this? And if you will talk to God, God will begin to talk to you. Now sometimes when he talks to you, he don't talk to you like everybody else.
That's right.
And he don't say everything that everybody else is saying. And he giving you specific vision.
Uh-huh.
Are you there? He gives you a vision. He gives you a vision. It's your ministry.
Yes, that's right.
Come on, man. It's your ministry.
That's right.
And he assigned you to.
Amen.
It's your company. It's your job. It's your family.
Yes.
Are you hearing me today? He's not going to tell you to consult with them over here. He's going to tell you, this is what I assigned for you to do.
That's right.
You don't need their approval.
Right.
You don't even need them to give you their blessing.
All right. That's good.
I know we think we do.
Amen, Pastor.
You don't need it.
That's right.
You need my blessing.
God. That's it.
That's what you need.
That's it.
Amen.
Amen.
Know that I blessed it.
Yes,
But you won't know if you don't talk to me.
Lord.
Right. All right.
And if you'll go, I will go with you. And if you go, I will show myself strong on your behalf. And I will favor your righteous cause.
Yes, God.
Hallelujah.
Are you there?
Amen.
God said, I'm with you. Verse 6, stay with me. Verse 6, he said, be strong.
That's right.
Be strong and of good courage. For unto this people thou shalt divide an inheritance of the land which I swear to the fathers to give them. He said, whatever he has told you to do, you can't do it unless you be strong.
Amen.
You got to get some strength about you.
All right.
Come on now, I understand the Bible said, in weakness my strength is made perfect. He didn't say be weak though.
That's
All
right.
right.
He said be strong in the power of his might.
Yes, God.
He said if you are weak,
That's right.
know that my strength is made perfect. But you need to be moving toward being strong.
Yes.
When you're strong, folks can't muscle you. Folks can't manipulate you. Come on now. You're not so easily moved when you're strong.
Amen.
Are y'all hearing me today? Because if you know the truth will make you free. And freedom makes you strong. And you know who you are. And whose you are. And what he has told you to do. You can be strong.
Thank you, Lord.
When the rest of the world is falling apart, you can be strong.
Amen.
We had a pivotal moment when we got this new president.
Right.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Some of y'all don't know how pivotal this was.
That's right.
You still acting like it was the same when Obama was here. They tried to take your insurance. They tried to take your disability check. You got to save some money.
Amen.
They're trying to take everything from you. They're working in the scenes on the behind the scenes, trying to mess you up. And you can scream and pray and shout all day, but you need to be aware of what's going on.
That's right. That's right.
God's trying to get us to open our eyes.
Yes.
And then go to this next verse that he says that be strong and be of good courage. But the 7th verse, it says, only be thou strong and very courageous. He come back and say it again. Everybody be established by 2 or 3 witnesses. He's telling us in this hour, and as Prophet William said, for in this season, you're going to have to be strong. You're going to have to be courageous. In this season, in this part of your ministry, y'all might hear me, you're going to have to be strong. Folks don't know the weight of the ministry or the ministry that God put in your hand. They don't know the weight. All they know is what you believe in God for, and all they know is what they see, and they see the blessing come, and they see the finished report, but they don't see the struggle. All they see is your family, how you're making it, and they don't know how you're not making it. They don't know. Come on now.
Jesus.
In this season, you got to be strong. You got to be thick-skinned. Come on now. You got to be one-minded. Come on now. You got to be single-minded. Amen. You can't be double-minded in this season. In this season, you got to know what God told you. Come on now. You got to know what God told you. And you got to do what God told you. In this season. Well, Pastor, I don't think that y'all need to put screens up and you know, and I don't like this and everything. And we don't nobody care what you like. Amen. If God says it, I believe it. That settles it.
That's it.
Amen. Well, Pastor, I can't be with you while you're doing this. Well, maybe you don't supposed to be with me. Amen. And see, a turning point will get you to the place that you recognize they don't supposed to be with me. And it's okay that they're not with me. Thank you, Jesus. It took me a long time to get there.
Yes.
Don't make them bad people.
That's right.
It means that the part of their story is over.
That's right. I receive that. Hallelujah.
You're there?
Oh, hallelujah.
He said courageous. And the word courageous, it says having courage. You got to have some courage. You need some courage. You need to not be weak. You need people afraid of everything. Because you're going to have some stuff. When it comes down to healing, let me tell you something. When the devil try to kill you, he ain't pulling no punches.
That's right.
You better get some courage while you're going through whatever you're going through. I was the other day, I called one of my white cousins. I mean, he's Caucasian. He sent me a message on Facebook and told me, he said, do you know Ricky Baskin? He said, I know. I said, you friends? I said, yeah, they're both my cousins. I said, which one are you talking, the doctor or his father? He said, I think it's the doctor. He said, I think they got accounts mixed up. And you know, my PayPal and his PayPal, and I'm getting his emails and everything. I said, well, listen, I'll get in touch with him, and I will have him get in touch with you. You got a telephone number I can give him when he sent me the telephone number. And I called my cousin. And see, what y'all don't know, God just used that to get me in touch with my cousin.
That's right. Thank you, Lord.
Are y'all with me today?
Yes.
My cousin said, we've been trying to get in touch with you. He said, I was calling the old number.
Amen.
He said, I've been diagnosed with cancer. He said, I'm going to be in the hospital. He said, we did all the chemo and it ain't working. He said, now they put me in the hospital for 2 weeks. I won't be able to see anybody. He said, I said, I'm going to come see. He said, they won't even let me see pastors or anybody. He said, but we can FaceTime.
All right.
All right. All right.
He said, I said, you know, cousin, we believe God.
That's right.
We believe God. God is a healer. You might have some dark days now, but be of good courage. It is not over.
That's right.
Hallelujah.
And he was about to cry on the phone and everything, and I said, I need to know exactly all the details and everything, because I need to know what to pray.
Amen.
Amen. He said, I've been trying to get in touch with you. And I said, we here now.
Amen.
Amen.
God had me call you.
Amen.
We here now.
Yes.
God set this appointment up. The white guy thought he was doing something, but God set this appointment up.
All
And I don't
right.
take it lightly.
Amen.
Stay with me. So courageous means to have courage, have mental strength. See, y'all strong in physical strength, but you ain't got no mental strength.
Amen.
You got to get strong in your mind.
Amen.
Have mental strength to work through difficult times.
Amen.
But God said you're going to have difficult times, but you got to learn how to work through that.
All right.
Amen.
Somebody need to say that. Say, I'm going to work through it.
I'm
I'm
a
gonna work through it.
I'm going to work through difficult moments
I'm gonna work through
and
difficult
difficult times.
times.
I've got the courage to work through difficult times.
Amen.
If you're going to live here, you're going to have some difficult times.
Amen.
You don't have to be sick to have difficult times.
Amen.
But if you get sick, you're going to have some difficult times. If you lose a parent, you're going to have some difficult times.
Yes.
Okay? If you go through a life-changing event, you're going to have some difficult times. Whatever it is. In the 8th verse, he says, meditate. Right? Meditate.
Meditate.
He says, have not I commanded you? 8th verse. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night. Let me tell you something. The lake is good for your thoughts. God has to get you somewhere so he can talk to you.
Yes.
That's why he makes lakes
Yes.
and mountains and oceans. A long place. He said, if you go in your secret closet, I will reward you openly. Meditate. Make your own way of success. You got to do it.
Yes.
You hear me? You got to do it.
Yes.
You got to do it.
That's right.
Everything that God put in front of you, you got to do it. But he's giving you the tools to do it.
Yes.
He tell you to keep yourself encouraged. That you do what he told you to do. And sometimes God will drop witty inventions, little thoughts in your mind for you to do. It's a turning point. But you got to listen to it. And you got to be willing to step out and try. Surely nobody else has done it. But he's put it specifically for you.
Amen.
I heard the Lord say something to me yesterday. And I'm working on it. And I heard the Lord say, he said, why don't y'all have a booth at the fair? I said, what the booth is for? And you know, we think with the fair, you put a booth to raise money. He said, I ain't tell you to go raise money. I want you to go give people prayer. Have a booth that they need prayer. And assign your ministers to rotate and give people prayer when they need prayer. People at the fair need some prayer. Offer them prayer. Put a thing up and say, free prayer. If you need prayer, let them pray for you. Come on now. Can we get back to doing what God called us to do? Well, Pastor, that takes dedication and everything. We dedicate to everything else. It's a free will army. We're not making nobody do nothing. I told lady, I said, lady, I need you to check on that for me. And I'm sure some of y'all would love to pray for folks.
Amen.
Lynetta, now she got a word about how God was going to use her. Now she's getting ready to preach to 300 women. 300 women who had cancer or have cancer. What an opportunity to elevate. Let me say this. A lot of times we think our ministry is in church. But let me tell you, most of what God is calling us to do in this hour is outside the church. We wonder why the church is not full. It's not because we're not saved. It's not because we don't pray for folks, but it's because we don't do nothing outside the church. And maybe what we do outside don't represent who we say we are.
Oh, come on now. That's it.
Because you don't have to invite people to church when you got the goods. If they see the goods on your life, they'll say, I want what you want. And I want to go where you go.
Amen, Pastor.
Stay with me. Let me finish this part up because I want you to get this. Amen. It's important. Moses is dead. I want you to live a life that matters because you're going to die one day.
Amen.
And you're going to leave something to your children.
Amen.
Or you're going to leave something to your friends. Don't let them just say you go to church all the time.
Right.
Amen.
Don't let them say you shout all the time. Only. But you need to leave something because the world don't care about your shouting.
That's right.
And you know the devil don't care about your shouting.
You better know it.
And the devil don't care about you going to church.
Amen, preacher.
What he cares about is you go to church and you hear what the preacher say and you do it, then you become a threat. He hates it when you come to church and hears what the preacher say and go out and succeed in life.
Yeah.
Amen.
I was talking to somebody and I said, I like to have my own money.
Amen.
Because when I have my own money, I can dictate what I do
Amen, preacher.
and what I don't do. When you got to pay my way, you can kind of try to muscle me in, and I got to take what you give me. But if I got my own money, and if I don't like the room you got me, I can get me another one.
Right. That's right.
And if I don't like your limit that you gave me on what I need, you know, yeah, we going to get something to eat, and you have a $10 limit. I might want a $20 limit.
Amen, Pastor.
Amen.
I like to have my own money.
Me too.
But you know what? We won't have our own money if we don't step out on the Lord.
Amen, Pastor.
So I want to live a life that matters.
Amen.
I got these little points and I want to ask you these questions. And I want you to ask yourself this. Don't point fingers at me. Don't point fingers at any of the ministers. Point fingers at yourself.
Amen.
Amen. Don't point fingers at your children. Point fingers at yourself. Am I pleasing God?
Amen.
All right. Amen.
Plain and simple. Am I pleasing the Lord?
Amen.
I mean, look at your life and because at the end of the day, that's what matters.
That's right.
Whether or not you please God. It don't matter whether or not you please people.
Amen.
It matters whether or not you please God.
Amen.
God wants us to please Him.
Amen.
And He said without faith,
Yes, it's possible.
it's impossible to please Him.
Yes, Lord.
Well, I'm doing the best I can. That ain't necessarily good enough. Amen. I did the best I can. But you know what? God, one place, the scripture calls you an evil servant because you didn't take what He gave you and multiply it.
All right.
Jesus.
My next question is, am I growing closer to God?
All right. Amen. Amen.
And I can honestly say I am.
Amen.
This prayer has drawn me closer.
Amen.
I feel like we are accomplishing what God said to do because the Lord said your church was uncovered. It was uncovered. Well, Pastor, I prayed, but we weren't praying as a church.
Right.
We left the church uncovered. We weren't praying for the church. Remember when we first started? We had intercessory prayer. We had all-night prayer. But we can't do all-night prayer now because people got families now.
Amen.
We can't do early morning prayer. We got jobs now. but we can pray. We still have a fast day every Thursday. Them folks can't fast because we sick. Yeah, we can't fast because we're sick. We can't fast because we got a job. We can't fast because I just don't feel like fasting. I ain't committed to that. Ain't that? And some folks' jobs can't. And some folks' sickness won't allow them to fast. But the ones that could fast won't fast.
All right.
Am I growing? Am I growing? Am I growing in the Lord? Do I still act the same way I used to act? Do I still get upset? I say I'm growing, but do I still get mad and cuss folks out? Amen. I mean, am I growing?
Amen.
You know, I don't get mad at the church folks, but I get mad outside and I talk about them. Am I growing? And let me tell you something. When you start growing and you start doing what God called you to do, you don't have time to be mad at folks. You don't have time to talk about folks. Because your ministry takes too much of your time. And your job takes too much of your time. And the vision that God gave you for your life and your family takes too much time. You ain't got time for that foolishness. That's for folks who ain't got nothing to do. Then I want to ask you, who is your 2 a.m. friend? Jesus. He's a 2 a.m. friend. He's a 5 a.m. friend.
Yes, he is.
Come on now. He's on the side of the road friend. Come on now. He is a friend that sticks closer than a brother. He is a friend when you can't call friends, you can call him. He's a 2 a.m. friend.
Yes.
He's a friend that when you get stranded, he'll send somebody to pick you up. I'm telling you what I know.
Yes, he will.
I'm telling you what I know.
Amen.
See, these divine appointments, these pivotal moments, when we pay attention to them, God shows himself strong on our behalf. He tells us that life, life is an adventure.
Yeah.
It's just us recognizing what he's trying to do and following him. Many of us, we don't see it like that. We see it as God's trying to mess my business up. He's trying to take away all my fun. No, he's trying to keep you out of some bad situations. He's trying to keep you alive. Right?
Amen.
He's trying to make it where you have plenty of money. Because now you're going to have children and they need to go to college. Amen. He's trying to help you.
Amen.
I saw a car, one of the big Winnebagos hit a car the other day. And I just said, God, I thank you that they lived.
Amen.
Amen. You ever rode with somebody in the car and you be like, Lord, I need you to cover the wheel. Take the wheel, Jesus. And I said, we got there because I prayed.
Amen.
Not because your driver was good.
Amen.
I'm ready.
That's it.
Got 2 more things and I'm going to finish up. He says, are you leaving a footprint for others to walk in?
Amen.
Because you're supposed to be leaving a footprint.
Yes.
Now, most of us who have families and everything, we leave a footprint for because we want the kids to walk in there. And you want to make it so plain that they see the footprints and they can walk in it.
Yes, God.
Are we making the footprints plain for other folks to see it?
Amen, Pastor.
See, when you leave here, you'll come into church. That's fine. But the world, they want to know what you've done.
That's right.
You want us to get up and preach a good message about you. You ain't done that.
Wow. That's right.
You want us to get up and, your family wants us to get up and lie.
Oh.